What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to do another awesome riding video. I want to go back out there and check out some of the areas that we kind of just quickly drove past before. I also want to do a little bit of trimming, so I got the machine all set up with the trimmer on the front end, and we'll do a little bit of cleaning as we go through and you know, hit some of those areas that were super overgrown before. I also want to check out the beaver dam, and I think we're even going to head over towards the tunnel and try to hit that this morning. So let's get the machine fired up and we'll get rocking. Let's do it. All right, guys, so we got the big Milwaukee trimmer set up on the front here. Full battery. This thing's an absolute beast. That will help us rip through some of those overgrown areas. We're not going to get too crazy on video, but probably a little time-lapse action of ripping through some of that stuff just while we're out there. We are fully fueled up, ready to go. We got our machete. I just aired down the tires a little bit. I put some more air in them the other day, and they were a little stiff, so I just aired them back down just a bit. Let's see here, get this thing warming up. All right, well, let me get my helmet on. I'll do one last quick check to make sure we got everything, and then let's go do some exploring. Alright, guys, here we go. So you notice this part looks a lot cleaner than it did before. If you watched the last ride video we did, first rig 600 CF Moto. So I've come through here with the Milwaukee and knocked a lot of this down. Got stung by a bunch of bees right there too. That sucks. So it used to be, well, last time we went down this way and crossed the creek. Now this is opened back up, where you come around here, across the creek further up, you go over a bridge I built a couple of years ago. Just like that. Got some brakes. You need those. Alright, and we just drop down this hill. Right back on the trail from the last video, but you'll see this one's a lot cleaner too. I've gone through this and trimmed all of this back big time. This was like a tunnel before. Yeah, I thought I saw a bear out of the corner. Still got a couple of big rocks here, but kind of is what it is. Oh, and then I made that turnaround there. Sometimes the kids come out here and they don't want to go like super far out, so they'll just ride out like we just did and then turn around right here. Tune in on the next one. I'm going to be going to pick up another machine tomorrow, and probably service it, make sure everything's tip top. is like that last little bit of trail that needs to be done. So I'll hit this real quick and then we'll keep ripping. All right, let's knock down a bunch of that. Wow, long sleeves was a bad idea. It's warming up quick. Still more to do, obviously, but we're here to ride. Couldn't believe after watching the last video, these hills seem like nothing in the footage. It's the craziest thing. Must be the way the camera's mounted on my helmet or something. You ride, you know, for a machine to just start sliding down a hill with the brakes locked up, that's a pretty steep hill. But yet, the camera makes it look like nothing. Like this right here. It's getting get those on the way back. Frick was getting me every time. I haven't been down that way. This way is not bad, it's just super, like right now we're just sliding. And then it goes into this like compound turn here, where you're already sliding, and then you get put sideways. And a little tippy situation. It's not bad right now, but in the winter, man, I don't even know if that's going to be possible. Just backtracks to the original way to get down here, and then this over here was a temporary bridge for the logging equipment back when they were logging this land, but then they ripped the bridge out. I used to cross here with the buggy, but there's like a bunch of logs on that other side over there. Like this. Pretty steep over there. Slipping. Alright, now let's go to the other side of that beaver dam that we looked at last time. See if that water has gone up or down or... So that hill that we just came down, that was the original way to get down here. Or no, that's the new way to get down here. This that we're on right now is the original way. Wow, that was crazy. Oh wow, there's a massive rock there that's covered. There's a bunch of these big ones. I wore my rubber boots today. Oh yeah, the water don't look any lower. Bunch of little frog. Oh, some crawfish. Huh. Yeah, still a lot of water here. Jeez Louise. Jeez Louise. It's gonna be fun getting out of here. Let's see. Four-wheel action. Spots where it looks like other people attempted to cross further up. Well, this is moving because I want to get to the cabin so you guys can see that a little better. And then the notorious Pike Tunnel. It's wet. see, you got 4 bunk beds, a little wood stove, pantry. It used to be a lot nicer in here. It looks like someone got in here and made a mess of the place. A couple first aid kits, makeshift sink. I believe there's a pump set up. Some lanterns, a little canopy. I would not want to sit in that chair, boy. Oh, tell you what, you catch something sitting in there. Got a locker. I'm not going to touch any of that because it doesn't belong to us. Christmas lights all throughout. It's probably pretty chill in here when they got it all fired up. Looks like somebody got into this. Maybe a little critter. Some sort of big cooler thing. They even got a vacuum up in here. Let's take a peek at the outside. Ooh, fogging up. That's not very secure. A fire hydrant. Oh. My bad. We got some camo going on. Solar panel in the background, in the back, window. Like, how does this thing not have like bees everywhere in it? Spare wood stove and grill, good to have. Nice little container, pretty sweet. I like that. Something. Some light. Oh, another fire hydrant. What's up with the fire hydrants? Looks like someone was getting ready for the next fire. Got some sticks in there. Cool little makeshift bench. A lot of good times down here. We've never like actually camped with these people, but we used to you know, they'd be out here partying, doing their thing, and then we would just be coming by to go do our thing, and we'd stop in and visit with them for a bit. Alright, get back on the road. Alright, here we go. My goggles clear up. I can't see nothing. Never been up this. This is a new trail. We'll sidetrack for a second here. chased by an owl. People are crazy. Get off of me. People are crazy. If you saw what was up here, how did they get a truck down here? My guy, Duramax diesel, Acura. Oh, this was a crazy boy, I tell you that. Airbag deployed. Bro. See, this is what gets us in trouble, though. As funny as this is. Ford effing Ranger. What did it say? Something not allowed. Something Ranger allowed. But yeah, this is what gets us in trouble, is these kids do this. And when the stadies find out about this, they want to shut down the trails because they think everybody's in here dumping. You know how much money it would cost to get this truck out of here now? That Jeep that we talked about in the last video, local guys parted that thing out piece by piece, hauling it out on quads. And you know, there's still some of it in there because they couldn't get some of the larger pieces. But I mean, you got to be an absolute madman to drive this down here. Crazy. Alright, let's let me think here. Where are we going next? We might be able to actually just keep going up this way. I don't know what the state of this trail is, but I'll give it a try. Later, Ranger. Bypass there. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, that's that area they logged down there. Okay, so we hit some of these trails last time. And then we went up there, up the hill climb. Where we're going now is hopefully what's going to be in the thumbnail for you guys, if I can find a way to actually get the picture. Got the boot, so I should be able to stand in the water and do it, but you'll see. But locally, this tunnel is like kind of famous. There's really not much I've seen like this. I mean, it's kind of crazy, just the size of the thing. You'll see. Calm down, you'll see. Last time we found this little bypass over here, a little culvert, so let's get that again. See how much higher up the water is this time. We just got a lot of rain. Don't seem too high though. So that was bypass 1, bypass 2. This is now bypass 3. Oh, it's deeper. For sure. It's up to my floorboard. Video, man, all this stuff looks so small. Hopefully this is doing it justice, man. GoPros make everything look weird. Like, these are huge rocks. Damn, busting my butt. No, we'll see. Gotta get the skid plates on this thing ASAP. I'm taking a couple good hits just today on it. The ones that I have on the red one are pretty sweet. They're like a really heavy aluminum. It has a little bit of protection on it now. It's like a poly or some sort of plastic-like material. That's what tears you up down the road, is all those little things where you knock the paint off. Start getting rust. This thing's nice, as long as I can. Wow, it got wet. Look at all this washout. This wasn't here the other day. Alright, so this first right, I think is the wrong one. Let me just go back. Let's see. Yeah, this is right. Oh man, that got washed out real bad too. This actually might not be able to be it either. Let's see. Damn, this is it. Where? Guys are lucky I like you. This is hella creepy to do by yourself. This is one big, dark, creepy tunnel. Oh, the water's definitely going to be a lot higher. Look at that creepy thing over there. Whoa. Okay, so we got to go down this little bridge, go through the river a bit. Ooh. too. He's been on the other side, but that guy's kind of crazy. And heard he's like shot at people and stuff. So I actually have never even gone up there. I just stay out of there. Should check the map so and see. Maybe whoever owns it, maybe the landowner has changed or something. Maybe it's angled. Got a big washed out area there. So we'll go where this goes, and then I'll show you when we get to the top of the hill climb. When we backtrack, I'll then show you the other side so you can see actually where we were. And you'll see it's just right over the mast pipe. Oh wow. Not bad. Thought that was gonna be a little deeper. That's a new trail someone built. We'll get that on the way back. Just a place that we puddle. Oh, that's good. You gotta go. You got to go. Alright, this hill climb. I've only done it in the buggy. And I used to have to just hit it wide open. This is some super deep sand. That's where we're going, is up there. Look at that. So this is the road that I was talking about in the last video. You cross this, look at this whole landmass over here too. It's endless, guys. Alright, so we're gonna go high gear on this. We're in 4. I wonder, should I lock the diffs? Can you see that over there? Creeping around there? Look at that trail. That's what we're going up. Oh boy. Alright, let's see what happens. Oh, wow, look out. Woo-wee. How's that look on camera? Because that's a vertical cliff. It's up! Whoosh. Yeah, I don't know why I even doubted this machine, dude. It just, they don't play. It does not play. There's a highway. that's where we're gonna go next. So that tunnel we just went in drove underneath this whole stretch of highway right here. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Man, I hit hard on that hill. This first part's not too bad, but then it gets pretty steep. Now we're sliding. It's controllable though. I'm pretty sure this is the hill descent here. You'll see if I get off everything, it just creeps down the hill. I thought I read something about that. That's where we just came from. More trails down there, we'll do that another day. Trail that gets you down there to cross the road. We'll do that another day. this exact way? I could have sworn this is where we just were. Go. Gotta remember to bring my strap out here. I'll ruin my winch doing it like this. See that over there? That's where we just were. And we just went under, right about, somewhere right about there, a little further up. Let's see if there's any trails down here. It's more like a game trail. Actually, you know what? I take that back. If you look, it looks like there's a down trail there, and then it hits a berm right on the side of that guardrail where that tire is, and then shoots back up. So I bet you it's dirt bike guys. Ripping up and down through there. Or maybe it's some crazy little deer running down there and then going skirt and busting a Yui. Alright. I'd like to see if we can see if my old campsite is still up there. We drove past it last time and we just drove past it again, but it used to be a pretty sketchy hill to get up there, so I'd like to see if it's still open. That way me and the van can go up there. So we'll head back down this trail. This is the way we came up last time. If you watched that video. That was CF Moto 600 Torrent first rig. Yeah, I don't know if the camera's doing it justice, guys. That's how steep these hills are. little campfire. Someone's been up here using it. They already got some wood split. So during deer hunting, every morning, right, the deer just come screaming through this area all down here. So you get out here, get set up, just hang out here for a while, and then boom, you just see the deer just ripping through this area. A lot of the other hunters, they're down in the holler, but up here you can kind of see everything coming. And then we used to like creep down a little ways and kind of get in a better position. But yeah, you gotta be careful because this has been washed out for sure. You used to be able to come up that way, but that ain't happening. But yeah, it's a nice little spot. I think I do have a tree carving here. Right here. It's a P. Glad to see this is still open. Back up here. Alright, so I made this trail years ago. Let's see if the thing is still opened up. A lot of trees have come down, so I don't know. And then you should drop us down on top of that jeep area. Yeah, this one's still doing pretty good so far. Yeah, I'm gonna pick up the Milwaukee chainsaw. My gas saws are just too heavy. So I'll get that Milwaukee like 16-inch. I'll be honest, I don't remember this part. Missed the turn, but I'm pretty sure it needs to go off to the left. Good. Get something jog my memory. A nice little crawling trail though. Just missed the turn off because I do remember this. I did make this little trail. This is going to pop us out at the what was called the mountain campsite where we went last time. This is hooking us up and around the backside of it. raging river? Like, I don't understand that. How for years this trail was just a nice trail. Like, what changed where now there's so much water coming down it does this? Stayed out working and it got so bad you couldn't see your hand in front of your face. And we didn't really think how, like, once everything got so snow covered, you couldn't really identify the trails anymore. We made it out, but if I remember correctly, we definitely had to use the Onyx. Hey, it's a hot one here. Come with me. Excuse me. Look at that. Inch and a half. That's what this thing will rip through. Crazy. Move along. she is. I still got the engine in there. So yeah, as I mentioned in the last video, I'm pretty sure he blew an axle, and then I think he got, I think what happened is he got pinned between these trees, and then in trying to get out, blew an axle, and then they ended up just leaving it here. And then people came in and started tearing stuff off of it. It already didn't have doors, it had all this little tube frame stuff, which is all like literally plumbing tubing. So it's definitely like some younger kid. Had a little like toolbox setup going in the back. And then look at that. There's the rear end. Huh. So yeah, maybe they tried to fix it and then something happened. I don't know. And then this, apparently this used to be some sort of house out here. Long time ago. Very long time ago. Because if you look at the size of those trees, those are massive trees. Those got to be, what, 80 years old? 70? I don't know, I would say 80. I don't know. But yeah, it's a stone foundation that goes all the way around, all the way back down. I thought I heard at one point it had something to do with like Boy Scouts or something. But I don't know how old that whole thing is. Yeah, that's a mess over here, huh? Well, we'll save this for the chainsaw. I'll just get enough out of the way so we can get through. That should be good. There we go. But yeah, so this is the Jeep, the buggy. We drove right up and onto, up the hood, up the windshield. Front wheels were up on the roof of this thing. Wasn't all fun and games though, because I ended up blowing a belt out doing it. So that was fun. So remember when we were up on that hill and I said it should drop us down at the Jeep? It was somewhere right over here where it should have dropped us out. But I think we just stayed to the right too long and missed the turn. Let's see if we can upgrade to the left and see if we can see it. Is that it? Trail you want to explore further, let me know in the comments and we'll add it to the next video. There's even stuff that like, oh crap, what am I bottom here? There's even stuff that I haven't even seen before. There's still trails in these woods that I haven't been down, which is just crazy to think about. I've spent so much time out here. next video, I'm thinking we go on the trails that are on the other side of my street. Either there or we hit the crazy stuff. Which I'm a little iffy on going out on my own, because if something happens, you're so screwed up there. That is really rough terrain. But then I also get a little nervous, you know, with who I take out there, because if you don't know how to handle these things, or your machine's not capable, you ain't gonna get up there. And if you get stuck on one of those hills, you're screwed. There's no like, oh, I'll just back down it or anything. So yeah, one of the two. We'll either do the trails across the way, or we'll get up on the crazy stuff and get over to what are known as old horse trails. Not to be confused with the horse trails in one of my first videos. Those are in a completely different town, but just also called the horse trails for some reason. That place, the ones over here, the horse trails, got shot at over there. We were out there working the trails one day. Someone just started shooting right over our heads. You never saw the guy? I think I know who it was. He's a very, very isolated, way out there on his own, a dilapidated trailer. Two trailers actually, one has a tree literally going right through the middle of it. So we were out there cleaning and exploring. And, I don't know if he crept up on us or wanted us gone or what, but started popping himself right over our head. Yeah, we were. Alright, now we're back at the hunting cabin. Jump up this trail real quick. This is really nice and smooth up here. Still looks pretty nice. We'll go both ways. I just want to see, I'm curious. So check it out this way, and then we'll turn around and go up the other way. Okay, so that's just back out at the power lines. stuff there. Should have put the Onyx on because we just took a bunch of stuff that I hadn't been on in years. Should have remapped it all. We're just going where we go over there, I guess. This should take us back out to the power line yet again. Some sort of power line. No way. That's awesome. Camera, you can see that's where we stopped, and they gotta cut all that. See how nice that is now? Should be good. That's the crazy stuff down there. That's where we'll go next if you guys want to see that. real quick. Alright, this looks a lot better. I didn't do the whole thing yet, but we're running out of battery quick, so figure we'll have that. Yeah, this is pretty washed out. There's a second trail that pretty much does the same thing. Maybe we'll just put that one instead. Not as bumpy either. It's like more of a straight shot. Yeah, see right here. Straight down this one. All right, guys, that was awesome. hopefully you guys found that interesting. We got to take a look at the hunting cabin, go look around in there a little bit. That place is pretty creepy, but you know, I guess people are still using it. I don't think I'd sleep in there, but yeah, definitely a little dingy in there. We got to see the Pike Tunnel. That place, like I said, is kind of locally famous. A lot of people want to go ride it, but they can't figure out how to get there because it's definitely off the beaten path for sure. But everybody knows it exists in this area, but not very many people have actually been through it. So hopefully you guys found that interesting. Hopefully the camera did it justice. That thing is absolutely massive, but you know how these GoPros are. And it's definitely a little creepy when you look back and you see nothing but that just darkness and the weird echo of it in there. It's definitely creepy going through there by yourself, but we made it. The machine did great. The hill climb on the other side of that was definitely the most gnarly hill climb I've done yet with this machine, and it for sure just ripped right up that, no problem. So definitely super impressed with that. Overall, the machine did good. We did bottom out a couple times, so I think we'll definitely end up doing those skid plates, maybe do a little video installing that, maybe the lift kit, some tires. I don't know, we'll see. I don't want to get too crazy on it yet, but that gives me a reason to do something, so that way we won't bottom out anymore. But yeah, let me know what you guys want to see. Like I said, we can either go across the street, which takes us down to a farm. There's horses down there, there's some water down there, and then eventually we end up in a park, which you're not supposed to ride in the park, but your boy rides in the park. And we'll go explore that, or we can head to the level 8 stuff, the super difficult stuff. Hopefully I don't blow a tire off the machine again, but we'll try to bash our way up through that and then get up into the old horse trails, which that's pretty wide open up there. You can definitely open it up. But that is where I got shot at that time too. So I don't know. You let me know what you want to see. We'll go up there and do it if that's what you guys want to see. So anyways, I appreciate you guys watching. If you like this kind of content, like, subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one. Little bonus content here for those of you who stayed to the end. Hopefully that's off. What's up, Willow? What's up, dude? How you doing, girl? Yeah, I know you good fryer, baby. Where's your sister at? Where's your sister? Huh? I know. Don't get your snout all over the camera. Where's your sister? Hazel? Hazel? How you doing, girl? Oh, you scared me, man. I thought you were dead. What's up, dude? Get out of here. Come here. Come here, big fat baby. What's the matter? What's the matter? I know. It's not easy being a big fat pig. You taking a little nap? I know. Don't get jealous. Oh, that's not bad. Easy, kid. Don't play my boots. Ow! I said don't bite my boots.